I have a very simple goal right now. I want to get this channel monetized before the YouTube Partner Program changes in 2027. And honestly, looking at where I am right now, that sounds almost ridiculous. I have 9 subscribers, 15 videos, and I'm still fighting to get YouTube to consistently put my videos in front of people. But now, there is a deadline, and I don't want to spend the next few months talking about monetization. I want to actually reach it. Because YouTube has just announced that starting February 1st, 2027, new creators applying for ad and premium revenue sharing will need 1,000 subscribers and either 8,000 qualified watch hours in the previous 365 days or 20 million qualified shorts in 90 days. Right now, the requirement is still 4,000 qualified public watch hours. So I've decided to give myself one target: 4,000 hours before the new rules take effect. And if I fail, then I'll have to face the 8,000 hour requirement. So today, I want to show you exactly how I'm going to try to do this. And more importantly, I want to find out whether the numbers actually make this possible for a tiny channel like mine. If you're new here, this is basically a public experiment. I'm documenting what happens as I try to take a channel from almost nothing to monetization. And if this works, you'll see exactly how it happened. If it doesn't, you'll see that too. Now, let's do the math, because 4,000 hours sounds enormous. But what does it actually mean in views? 4,000 hours is 240,000 minutes. That's the number I need. But here's where things get interesting. You don't need 240,000 people watching an entire video. You need enough total watch time. So let's say I make a 10-minute video, and the average person watches 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes of watch time per view. To reach 240,000 minutes, I'd need about 48,000 views. That's very different from 250,000 views. Now, let's say the average viewer watches only 3 minutes. Then I'd need about 80,000 views. If the average viewer watches 2 minutes, I'd need about 120,000 views. And if the average viewer watches only 1 minute, I'd need about 240,000 views. So this is where my earlier estimate of 250,000 to 300,000 views needs some context. There's nothing magical about 250,000 views. The actual number depends on how long people watch, and that changes the entire strategy. Because I don't just need views, I need watch time per view. And that means I have to make videos people actually want to finish. Let's make this even more practical. Imagine I publish one 10-minute video. It gets 100,000 views, and the average viewer watches 5 minutes. That's 500,000 minutes, or roughly 8,333 hours. One video would theoretically blow past the 4,000-hour watch time requirement. But here's the problem. I can't plan my channel around getting one viral upload. That's gambling. So let's break it down another way. What if I make 10 videos and each one gets 10,000 views? That's also 100,000 total views. If the average viewer watches 5 minutes, that's the same 8,333 hours. Or what if I make 100 videos and each one gets 1,000 views? Same total views, same average watch duration, same total watch time. That's the part I need to understand. The goal isn't one viral video. The goal is building enough videos that collectively generate serious watch time. But there's another number I can't ignore: subscribers. Because getting 4,000 hours alone isn't enough. I still need 1,000 subscribers. And right now, I have 9. So I need another 991 subscribers. And this is where the relationship between views and subscribers becomes important. Let's say, purely as an example, that I get 1 subscriber for every 100 views. That's a 1% subscriber conversion rate. To gain 991 subscribers, I'd need roughly 99,100 views. If I converted at 2%, I'd need roughly 49,550 views. If I converted at 0.5%, I'd need roughly 198,200 views. So again, there isn't one magic number. The number of views I need depends on what viewers actually do after they arrive. And that's why I'm changing the way I'm thinking about this channel. I'm not going to chase views just because views look good in studio. I'm going after watchable views. People who click, stay, watch, and want another video. Because one viewer watching 3 videos is much more valuable to this experiment than 3 people clicking one video and leaving immediately. So here's my actual plan. I'm going to focus this channel around the clear audience. I'm going to create searchable and evergreen problems that audience actually cares about. I'm going to make the videos long enough to provide real value, but not artificially stretch them just to increase watch hours. I'm going to improve the first 30 seconds. I'm going to make every video answer the promise made by the title and thumbnail. And I'm going to watch the numbers after every upload. Not just views. I'm watching impressions, CTR, average view duration, average percentage viewed, watch time, subscribers gained, and especially where the viewers came from. Because if search starts working, I need to know. If browse starts working, I need to know. If suggested videos start working, I need to know. I'm basically turning this channel into an ongoing experiment. And there's something else I'm going to do. I'm going to stop judging a video simply because it didn't explode in the first 24 hours. Because I've already learned something from this channel. A video can have low impressions and still have decent retention. A video can have a good CTR and still barely get distributed. And a video can suddenly receive thousands of impressions after initially looking dead. So I'm going to look at the whole system. Now, let's imagine the target. If I somehow average 5 minutes of watch time per view, I need around 48,000 views to generate 4,000 hours. That's roughly 278 views per day over 6 months. But I don't expect every day to look like that. One video might get 50 views, another might get 500, another might get 5,000, and one might completely change the numbers. That's normal. The important thing is the cumulative total. And here's where the 8,000 hour problem comes in. Because if I don't make it before the new rules take effect, the target for new applicants becomes 8,000 hours. That's 480,000 minutes. At a 5-minute average view duration, that's about 96,000 views. At 3 minutes, that's about 160,000 views. At 2 minutes, that's about 240,000 views. And at 1 minute, that's 480,000 views. Now you can see why I'm taking the 4,000 hour target seriously. Because doubling the watch hour requirement doesn't simply mean make twice as many videos. It means I need to build a channel capable of generating substantially more qualified watch time. And that's why I don't want to wait until January to start thinking about it. I'm starting now. But I also want to be realistic. There is no guarantee that I will get monetized. There is no guaranteed number of views that YouTube owes me. And there is no magic formula where 10 views automatically produces 1 subscriber. Those are outcomes I have to earn. So instead of saying, I need 300,000 views, I'm going to work backwards from the numbers. How much watch time does 1 viewer generate? How many viewers does 1 video generate? How many subscribers does 1 video generate? How many videos can I realistically publish? And which videos continue bringing viewers after the initial upload? Those questions are much more useful, because if I discover that my average viewer watches 4 minutes, I know exactly what the watch time math looks like. If I discover that my subscriber conversion is 1%, I know approximately how many viewers I need. And if I discover that search brings viewers to my evergreen videos for weeks, then I know I found something worth repeating. So my goal for the next few months is very simple. Build the machine. Not chase the miracle. Build the machine. One useful video. Then another, each one designed around the real problem, each one packaged properly, each one connected to the next, each one measured. And every few weeks, I'll look at the total. How many subscribers, how many watch hours, how many views, how much search traffic, how much browse traffic, which videos are still bringing people in, and which videos died immediately. Because eventually, the data should tell me what this channel wants to become. And there's one number I really want to see change. Right now, I'm looking at 9 subscribers. Eventually, I want to look at 100, then 500, then 1,000. And somewhere along that journey, I want to look at the watch time counter and see 4,000 hours. That's the first finish line. If I reach it before February 1st, 2027, I'll apply under the current threshold as appropriate. If I don't, then the challenge gets harder. 8,000 hours. But I'm not going to wait for the harder target to become my reality. I'm going after 4,000 first. And I'm going to document every step. The wins, the failures, the videos that nobody watches, the videos that unexpectedly take off, the experiments that work, and the experiments that completely fail. Because I don't want this channel to become another place where someone sits in front of a camera and tells you, here's how to make money on YouTube. I don't have millions of views. I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I have 9 subscribers, and I'm trying to figure this out from the bottom. So if I actually reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you won't just see the final number. You'll have watched the experiment happen. And if I fail, I'll show you that too. Because maybe the most valuable thing I can discover isn't some secret YouTube trick. Maybe it's simply discovering what actually works when you start with almost nothing. So, 9 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, and roughly 5.5 months. That's the challenge. Can I get this tiny channel monetized before the rules change? Let's find out.